Chrono Force is one of the strongest chips in the entire game. Even if you're packing counterplay like a Get-In, an untimely paralysis can spell your doom, so it really requires a lot of fast reflexes. Now, Chrono Force is so strong, you don't even really need to build around it. It's just a powerful option to have at your disposal. But if you do decide to build your entire folder around that strategy, wow, there are devastating consequences for your opponent. That is what Lagama did with this first place folder that we've got right here from the Beast Cup. The entire folder is built around it, and take a look. I've organized these chips by attack power. Look at how many chips in this folder deal absolutely no damage, over half of them, right? So really, at the end of the day, we're kind of all in on Chrono Force, as we said earlier. The rest of the chips are going to be able to support it. So looking at Chrono Force, we've discussed it's a very powerful chip, but why exactly is that? Well, it doesn't stop time. It's the only Giga chip that doesn't do that. And because of that, that means the opponent can't respond with a time freeze counter. If you want to learn more about that, we've got a video right here. A time freeze counter like an invis or an anti-damage to just blanket completely. Because there's so many shots that are going in real time, an anti-damage is not really enough, and invis is enough, right? But that's where the Gundosul 3 comes in. Gundosul 3 is very, very powerful because, one, it will penetrate and remove invis from the opponent, right? So if the opponent does use an invis, you can go beast with the Gundosul to make sure you hit, remove it completely, and then if you're jacked out on the outside, or if you're playing in the outside, you will deal over 400 damage with the Gundosul, and because they're paralyzed, it's going to connect fully. It is such a powerful combination that it basically writes its entire folder, and they're both in the exact same Q code. Wow, what a busted combo. Now, the rest of the folder, as we said, is about support, right? So we've got our wind racks because live flora is one of the best ways to deal with a Chrono Force. No one wants to see a live flora, especially when you're a Gregar player, and we don't have easy access to Tango Cross to get rid of it. That's why this wind rack is got a regular tag on it. And we've got the second one too, just in case the opponents pack in Barrier 200, or maybe we need to aggressively push them out of the way so that we can reclaim some area back. Wind rack is so good. I really love to see it. In fact, I would love to see a third if I could make a tweak to this folder. Now we got Ground SP, just solid big damage. It does crack some tiles on the opponent, which is pretty helpful. But for the most part, it's just a lot of damage and a good way to punish Slash Cross. We can deal 390 with one chip. Think about how good Live Sword. Well, Live Sword isn't good, but think about how hype Live Sword is. 400 damage for 3 chips. Groundman SP is 390 with 1 chip, and it's elemental, so as we said, Slash Cross is really having its day ruined. Erase Man has a lot of duty in this folder. Of course, Erase Man is just good in general, but because it also penetrates invis, it's kind of like a backup Gundosul 3 in case you need another chance to hit the opponent with it. Regular Groundman for similar reasons, just a strong chip in general. Element Man does a lot of good work, as we know. Now, we've got a lot of recovers. We've got 2 of them, in fact, with Recover 300J. I don't love this chip, to be honest with you. I see why Lagama does it, because you really want to survive, right? In fact, the fast gauges, we got 2 of them, really make sure that we're digging as fast as we can to get that Chrono Force and take our opponent by surprise. Because we're so all in on that strategy, we want to make sure that we can kind of disrupt the opponent's strategy to make sure that we're going first. Our own invises are going to be lasting longer with fast gauge, or rather they're going to be more effective, so we can make sure that we live to pull off a really good combo, because you really want to make sure your Colonel has a combo, right? You know, you're obviously stacking on the attack 30 on top of it. You know, you're packing in the Gundosul, that's chip number 3, and maybe you need other spots too, like Grab Revenge, which by the way is also in the Q code. Wow, that's pretty wild. Even though the Q code doesn't have a lot of options, the options it does have are very, very good. Another way to return all of the area that has been stolen from you. Now, you're looking at panel return, you might think, wow, that's kind of weird. Well, first off, we have Get-In to be able to stop the opponent's Chrono Force. As we said, it's a really good way to do it. And panel return is your way of stopping the opponent's Get-In, right? So they kind of go together. Now, panel return, you might be thinking still like, wow, that's a really like niche chip. You know, even if we're all in on Chrono Force, is it really worth a slot if it's so niche and kind of fringe? Well, the cool thing about Gregar in particular, obviously Falls are going to do this too, but Gregar, because it has very powerful beast charge attacks, you can always throw away a panel return to an Elect Beast Breath or an Erase Tail Arrow. That way it's never really a dead folder. So in a lot of ways, Gregar is able to use their neutral chips as utility. Now, of course, we are packing Air Shoes because of Get-In. This is a look at the Navi Customizer. Air Shoes is pretty standard for Gregar. Not every Gregar needs to run it, but it's pretty helpful to have because, of course, we don't have the Falzar Beast out for Air Shoes or Tengu Cross to be able to deal with our opponent. So being able to move over crack panels is really great. And of course, we're packing Geddon ourselves, so that's really helpful. Of course, we got our attack max. That is a very, very good strategy for Gregar players because our Buster is so good. And think about this, for example, too. If the opponent is stunned in place with the Kernel Force, your Beast Buster at max damage is dealing a ton of machine gun damage. We've also got Charge Max to make sure that if our Kernel Force whiffs, or if we need to poke the opponent for some solid damage, we can do it really quickly. Of course, we've also got Custom 1. I wish we had more Custom, to be honest with you. I would really love to dig deeper, because this folder definitely has some issues with janky setups and trying to dig real deep, right? Like, think about how bad it is. If Kernel Force is the last chip in your folder, you got to dig through so many chips to get to it. So a little bit awkward in that regard, but still, we've got Charge Cross to mitigate that, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Good amount of HP. Rush is always a good Navi Customizer program, but it's really, really good in Gregar builds that love Kernel Force because that's basically one less invis for the opponent that they can use. And as we all know, being able to mitigate the invis is really, really helpful to make sure that we're dealing with a lot of damage. Of course, we've got Super Armor and the Bug Stop to stop everything, so really solid altogether. Now, I think, as I said earlier, one weakness is janky draws, right? And sometimes the sequencing is not great either. Like, sometimes you'll get area grabs that you don't want to be using. You know, maybe you want to hold them on until a little bit later. You know, we don't always want to be busting Life Auras right away. Life Auras are really good, you know, maybe towards mid or even late game to stop a really good Kernel Force. So sometimes you just have to use chips that you don't really want to be using just to make sure you keep digging. Full Cust really helps with this, though, because Full Cust, of course, is giving us a new grip of chips, right, instantaneously. If we're in Charge Cross, we're getting our bonus chip right away as well. And Full Cust is also good at stopping the opponent's beast out, right, or rather mitigating it, because you can make them go down a turn instantaneously. And, you know, the ability to speed things up is great. And as we said earlier, our second fast gauge can always be thrown away to a beast charge attack. And the first one is good to have just in general because, of course, we're trying to blaze right into it. And the second one, just in case the opponent is running slow gauge, which would be horrendous for this folder. So yeah, altogether, really strong. I do think, as I said earlier, the jankiness is rough. And I will say, too, this deck can kind of have issues with the damage judge. So if you guys are not familiar, after 15 turns of playing, the game will determine a winner based on who dealt the most damage. That's the only metric that matters. Who dealt the most damage. Gundel Soul 3 does deal over 400 damage, but it doesn't actually deal it because it's actually a drain on the opponent. That's why there's no attack value on it. The Recover 300s keep you alive, but they're also not really proactive in terms of preventing damage on the opponent for the damage judge. Honestly, I would cut one of these for a wind rack. I might even cut both. I'm kind of down on Recover 300s. I don't love them for those exact reasons. I would rather play something proactive, like a Life Aura or a Barrier, although to be fair, we're already running both of those, so not like we can run extra copies of them. But yeah, altogether, really strong, really solid. Got to be really careful about your sequencing. It's not always the best, and got to really make sure you can actually kill the opponent, or damage judge will not be your friend. Let's go ahead and hop into some matches, but before we do that, take a look, you guys. I know this was not very subtle, was it? When we get to naming our tournament for this month in June, as we know, I do monthly tournaments. I will be replacing this banner with something else. But gang, I am a small YouTuber. If you enjoy this content, I love making BN content. I especially am interested in making collection pieces. If you guys want to see that, definitely do consider subscribing and letting us know in the comments. We're super small, so all of those metrics really mean a lot. Now let's go ahead and do some battling. All right, we are currently up against JoolenPlus, who was the Rental Rumble winner. Yikes, what an awful hand. Don't you love to see it? Recovery is basically worthless. We don't really want to be busting a wind rack. Yikes, and Grab Revenge does nothing. Okay, well, I guess we are going to be packing the anti-damage. We might just run this? I think we run it. Ooh, really don't want to time out there. Really don't want to time out there. Ooh. Getting hit right away. Interesting call there. I feel like Erase Man is really good. Wow. Getting really, really aggressive out here. Okay. Interesting calls altogether. We are going to go for a tackle. Looks like we did miss. That's okay. Now, it's a shame that we don't have a Buster Bug of our own to really take advantage of certain calls like that. Interesting, boy. You know, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. But I think we are just gonna run the full cust. Let's run it. Let's run it right here. Interesting. Leaves the charge. Okay, ground is pretty good, because we are going to be breaking some holy panels. Let's try an area grab first. We don't need to worry too much about extra anti-damages. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe... Oh, I hate to see slow gauge. It's a shame we can't get a good hit. Ooh, yeah. That's going to hit for a lot, too. Would be really great to proc that anti-damage. Heck yeah! Oh! And of course we whiffed. Darn. That's a shame. That is a crying shame, folks. What can I say? I'll go for a punch right here. Okay, I think that's gonna connect. Let's try it. I don't know that we need to run our Sanctuary right now, although it would be good to keep digging, because we have taken a decent amount of damage. Looks like he wants to pressure us out of it. That's pretty fair. Life Orb. Yikes. Well, speaking of that, let's get the heck out of here. Okay, he is going to get some panels back. Not the end of the world. And we do have our revenge, so it's not too bad either, all things considered. We'll go ahead and proc that, get that out of there. Okay, now the nice thing is, it is pretty free to run this. It's a shame we don't have another... Yeah, that's okay. Okay, we really want to get those panels back. I guess the sequencing was better with the Element Man in the back, but that's okay. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and do it. After the yellow. You'll love to see it. And now we got some grass panels for... Ooh, yikes! We just set up a double damage blast. Ugh. Don't you hate to see it, folks? That's okay. We can always come back. I mean, he has a lot of life. But you'd be pretty impressed to see, like, what a spicy little Kernel Force turn can do. Do wish we had more defense, so I guess we got our Sanctuary for that purpose. Oh, goodness. Don't you hate to see it, folks? Hate to see a bad Sanctuary. Okay. Could have waited a turn, but yeah, it's all good. That's fine. Ugh, we whiffed on our anti-damage. That's unfortunate. That's okay. Let's wait for a TFC. Oh, I guess I did get the anti-damage. Interesting. Wait, how did that even work? That was weird. I'll take it, I guess. Darn, we whiffed. That's okay. Last good turn for the Colonel, but I guess we're gonna do a Beast Over. You don't love to see a Beast Over turn, but we will do it. We're gonna wait. He's just got a little bit too much life, unfortunately. Just a little bit too much. It's a shame that charge... Okay. Bug fix comes down. We are destroying some of our own holy panels, but not the end of the world. Okay. In a better spot. Once again, you really, like, don't want to see that, but we will take it. We've already busted it on the life aura. I wonder if it matters to go beyond that. Ooh, yikes, he had his own. That's okay. Good thing we have our own invis right here. You love to see that for sure. Do I need to worry about panel return? Hope not. Sure hope not. I guess he is going to be trying to break. Yeah, that's okay. That's actually very fine. Can we get a good return here? No, not yet. Actually, maybe that's the turn to do it. No. We need to wait. Whew, almost timed out. Almost timed out. Good revenge in terms of the holy panels. That don't mean nothing. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary, folks. Okay, East, I need you to use it. Ooh! Awful. Awful, awful. Love to see that, though, folks. And that's why a Beast Over is pretty good. You double the damage, which really matters with the plus 30. Normally, the Beast Over doesn't matter too much. But you do get one extra spicy turn, which is a huge deal. As you can see, I got really intense there. It was kind of hard to keep up with everything. Do we wait? Do we wait? He seems not super aggressive with his area, but that's okay. I think one ground here is not bad. We should destroy some panels if we can. Ooh, good thing we're out of the way there. Really likes to use the turn 1 erase, huh? We'll go ahead and go for one right here. Ah, that's fine. Only 180 damage. Ooh. That is just identical to what happened last time. Funny enough. Okay, interesting calls on destroying the panels. Oh man. I don't love it. Yeah, I think we just do that. It's obviously really great to be able to you know, deal with our opponent's spots. I think it's okay to just jam one of them right here. Ooh, that's fine. Ah! Man, he was standing still. Yikes. This goes to show, folks, you know, don't feel like... Don't feel like, you know, or I guess, don't beat yourself up if you do make mistakes like that. They happen, what can I say? Though the rock cube is actually being decent, but I do think we should destroy it. We'll wait. We're just gonna keep waiting a little bit. No need to get ultra aggressive. That's fine. And look at that. The rock cube doing some good work right here. We're gonna destroy this. That's fine. We'll blow that away next turn. Ground SP is actually really good. Probably as good as that'll ever get. If we're being honest. I'll take it. It's a shame to break one of our own panels, but good amount of damage right there. Oh! The counter with the fire? With the full sink? What? What the heck? Are you serious? That's so silly. That's so silly. I love it. Don't you love to see it? Alright, well, I guess it's a full-on holy war. I don't know, folks. It's not great. It's not great. Wish we had, I guess he's probably just going aggressively Kernel Force here. Yeah, I don't really have much to deal with this. My HP is just so low. I cannot believe that sequencing right there. That was so much damage. That was a hysterical amount of damage. Okay, sure. Not on the holy panel, so we can get a little shot, pot shot right here. Ooh, I guess we won't. Darn, just barely. Fishing for the busters, I guess. The buster shots. Okay, well, no attack 30. Yikes. Darn, we have to get into blank him, but, I don't know. Not great. Not great. No miss, or rather we do miss. Oh, I should have hung out in the back. That was silly of me. Oh, interesting. I had a turn there. Ooh, looks like he does not run the shoes. That's pretty hype. Okay. Glad we waited a little bit. Ooh. Let's not get hit by that, if possible. Ooh! Yikes. Good judge, man. Gonna hit me for fire. Ooh, no! I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead, man. I can't believe that boomer turn. That's okay. We had a good chance to turn that around. I just needed to not get hit by that judgment there. That was unfortunate. Okay. I like a turn 1 fast gauge. I think like 1 area grab is probably okay, but yeah, we'll wait. Fire is awkward. Ooh, love to see a fist get whiffed right away. Okay, that was also hype. Okay. Sure, I'll take it. It's a shame to get paralyzed right in front, but we'll pack our recover right here. I'm not ready to give up the charge. I'm definitely not ready to beast out. So we're just going to keep waiting a little bit. Let's try to mash as fast as we can. If you mash really, really fast, you can break a little bit out of it. I think we're going to see a machine gun here. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, it's a shame that that did hit for max damage. It's a bit unfortunate sometimes, those grass panels. Just a little awkward. Just a little awkward. Okay, is it time to just go, like, really aggressive? Certainly, certainly being aggressive with those are not bad. Ooh, okay, really glad we have the invincibility frames. That's pretty hype. Okay, we're just gonna wait, get those back. It's a shame we couldn't hit with the invis, but it's okay. We'll get some space. Always good to be careful with that. Now we have to save our fast gauge for the second slow gauge. The second slow gauge is gonna be awful. I'll be very curious if we can actually hit with the Wind Wreck. Seems like he only runs 1 life aura. Or chip around that sort of... Darn. That's okay. We have the fast right here. Not the end of the world. It's funny how patient you have to be with a folder like this. You know? Normally Gregar is so, like, aggressive, and look, we really have not dealt that much damage to his life total, which is pretty unfortunate. That's hype. Once again, charge being able to get invincibility frames is a big deal. Pretty scary. I think he is done with the Blast Man, thankfully, but still, you hate to see it. I would love to get a really cheeky... I can't bust this Wind Wreck either. Well, we know that he doesn't run... Yeah, let's actually panel return here. We should definitely do that. Oh, gosh. It's a shame we couldn't get the full connect. No, I meant to TFC that! I meant to TFC that! Oh, that's so annoying! I thought I was mashing A fast enough. I mean, you guys hear that I was on top of that, right? Sure hope so. I don't think I can give that up. I don't think I can give that up. That sucks. That really sucks for me, but, you know, what can I say? Also, I don't think he has air shoes, so I guess we're actually safe in this position. That ended up working out kind of well. Is he gonna stay slash? Slash beast, interesting. Any TFCs? No? Just max damage? That's huge. That's huge. Let's wait it out. It's scary. We are inviting the TFC with an invis, but it's okay. Let's go right into it. We got Life Aura as well. Could just go Revenge into area grabs. That's pretty solid. Can we get a good TFC? Guess we can't. That's fine. I'll take that too. Oh, what a great whiff. Colonel Force. Love to see it, folks. You love to see it. Unfortunately, we're not quite ready for ours. That's okay. That's okay. Still holding on to our own win rack in case he goes for the Life Aura. Bug fix. Look at us being so aggressive. Can we get the freeze? Nope. I'm really bad with our timing. Okay, this looks so good, though. And we have it all. Even a rack is not going to be good enough. Ooh, good revenge. Good grab revenge, I gotta say. Still pretty good, all things considered. Let's go Elect here. We are gonna try to break through. I think. Oh my gosh, should we time out? Okay, that was really scary. I'm just gonna mash it. I don't care about a TFC. That's fine. I'm breaking through as well. Ooh, actually, I'm not breaking it. Awkward. I think I've dealt more damage to him. I do believe I've dealt more damage to him. I don't think either of us are breaking through these. I don't think it's happening. I do believe I've dealt more damage. Though it's kind of hard to say with the recover 300s. Oh, I should have, I should not have beast, or I should have beast overed or used my get in, but that's okay. Not gonna matter. Not gonna matter. We're gonna find out. Damage judge, here it is. Now we do have 2 recovered 300s, right? So I think, but he's got way more HP than me. I think we've done it. I think we did it. Yeah, we did it by a long shot. Good games, my friend. Really spicy set for sure. Fun to see the Colonels go in action. And take a look, I've also got a really awful battle record. You guys know that I'm a big Falzar player. I'm sure you've seen my Falzar records with the other setups. It's a lot funnier. But anyway, really fun folder for sure. The combo potential is very strong, but because it is a combo, you do want to make sure that you're in a good position. Obviously, having a good buster setup is so great to pressure the opponent's life total so that we're not necessarily all in on the strategy, but still nonetheless, a really great setup. Gang, as always, do comment, let us know what you think. Is there any video you'd like to see in the future? And of course, let me know, is there anything in my collection that you would like to know more about? I consider myself to be a really big Battleship collector. Can't wait to see you guys soon, and catch you later, Scouts.